brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel. If you are new, please don't forget to subscribe. This is Ankoleni. This evening I'm here somewhere in Monrovia where our brothers from Congo are actually having their celebration. So I just wanted to check it out and see how our brothers are celebrating this evening. Remember that when we are in Africa, we are Zambians, Congolese, but when we are in diaspora, we are all one African. So today I just want to check and see what our friends are doing. So guys, follow me as I bring in the content direct to you. So the madam is talking about the Zambian party next week. So guys, just stay tuned because next week Zambians will come in a bang. So let's check it out and see what our friends are doing this evening. Oh, hello guys, you're looking so beautiful. Okay. So brothers and sisters, these are our people that are checking it out right now, but let me see what is inside. So let's see guys as we go up there and making sure that I just want to see how our African friends are doing it over here. Oh. So brothers and sisters, this is me live in Monrovia, bringing you the contents and see what our friends are doing this evening. All right. As you can see, everyone else is looking so stunning. I'm right outside here. See where the magic is happening. I just wanted to bring this content and see how you... so as usual, this is the entrance, and this is where the center of everything is happening right now. As you can see, the visitors are arriving now. Whew, I can't wait. All right, thank you so much. Let me check it out. Hello guys, how are you? You're all looking beautiful this evening.
How are you doing?
I'm blessed. How are you? All right. So it's nice to see everybody else up. Thank you. Look at it. These sisters, we are here where the Congolese are doing it, but we are not. Hello brothers and sisters, welcome to my channel. This evening I'm standing next to the president for Congolese community in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mr. President, you're welcome to my channel.
Thank you. So actually I'm not the president, I'm the vice president. So the president's here. The president's here, so I'm the vice president in charge of the youth. So here's the president.
Mr. President, you're welcome to my channel.
All right.
Can you tell us something about this day? What is this day all about? It's nice just to have all African coming together. Yeah, last week it was the Cameroonians, today we are Congolese. Can you tell us something about this day?
Well, today is a Congolese, well, we're celebrating New Year, right? We wanted to do it today so we can give the chance to all the other community to start. And today we're actually presenting the culture, the Congolese culture. As you can hear, the drum are playing. But the speciality of tonight is this. We let the youth of our organization lead the way. Because as Africans, one thing we forget is to prepare the next generation to take over. So today the youth of our community took over, not just for the Congolese, but for every African here in Pittsburgh.
Mr. Chairman, it's very nice to see that you're able to bring everybody else together. What other messages do you have for the communities that are around besides us Congolese?
Well, that was, I just said a speech, I said it, right? As African, let's put our brain, our intellect, our mind, real love together to move forward. Let's put it where our mouth is, all right? Instead of talking too much, gossiping, let's put our brain, our money, our intellect together so we can move the all African, the new generation forward.
It's very nice to hear from that. Mr. President, I can't wait to enjoy this day. Mr. Vice President,
Oh yeah.
you know we are going to talk about Africa. You know the movement is about showcase Africa.
Yes.
Do you have any message for the people that are over here that haven't been in Congo? Is there anybody else? Is there anything else you can tell me a little bit about Congo?
So that's why we are here. So that's why we want to present it. So we are going to present the Congolese culture and the diversity. So as you can see, as you can hear, there's the drums playing over there. So if you go, you're gonna get all the images, show people that how we do in Congo. So I'm telling it, my African people, even though we are here, we are not gonna forget about our cultures. always we need to show our people, we need to show our kids, we need to show our, like the next generation what we did in back home. So that's why we did this one like every year to show our youth what we did, because most of the kids they are here, they have not been in Africa. So how they know about Africa? So we need to teach them how we do, how things go in Congo. So
so you have been telling me you have been doing this every year?
Yeah, every year.
How come I missed this function?
Yeah,
so now listen,
year.
do you speak French?
Yes,
okay,
of course,
can you tell my viewers that this is every year in French?
So on fait ça chaque année. Donc chaque année on fait ça pour célébrer la culture congolaise. Donc c'est ça.
So brothers and sisters, I've been around in Pittsburgh for some time. It's just nice to see that the Congolese are still leading this time around. The Congolese has been the oldest community around, so to see them be upfront doing this function is something that we need to support. So I encourage all.
You better get that image. Show them. Show them.
I'm gonna go inside and making sure that I bring the footage.
Show them those drums, the way the kids are playing. Come on, let's go.
So brothers and sisters, follow us as we go and show you what the kids are doing over here.
Show them.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Right now, let's go. All right. Thank you. African Heritage Academy.
Brothers and sisters, this is what's going on over
You
here.
guys show us.
Make sure that this is the guys are doing.
Anybody want to register for the dance classes?
So this
Please see me. I'll give
setup.
you
This
information.
is how it looks like. As I can even bring it up.
So kids, yourself can register to learn some steps. Because I know after a long day of work, it's hard to dance.
These should be.
Like you gotta find at least 1 hour in a day in the
You guys
week.
are looking so smart.
Get your muscle
Tell the
together.
Congolese,
Because America's gonna get you.
Sisters, this is exactly what is going on.
All right, so we have we have a PowerPoint, the presentation, everything you have to know about Congo. Was the reason why a lot of us here, we have a cell phone, laptop, technology, Telstar. It's about Congo. Nobody tell you nothing else. That's the truth. And we're about to find out with the two young, brilliant Congolese, the engineer, they came in this country for better life and they have really proved themselves. Please give it a round of applause to Amy, Paul Makese, and Martin Mukuna.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all having a good night, a good time tonight. My name is Martin Mukuna, and that over there is Nami Paul Makese. And for the next few moments, we will give you a brief PowerPoint presentation that will give you a brief background history of the Congo. And so tonight's presentation will focus on the following topics. We will briefly talk about what happened before independence, after independence. We're going to mention the presidents that have served and their time served. We're going to briefly talk about the Congo from a geographical point of view. I'm sorry. We're going to talk about the Congo from a geographical point of view. We will mention the languages and ethnic groups. And natural resources, we want to talk about war and conflict. We want to talk about animal kingdom. And we will close out the presentation with education. So the reason why we have two of us up here, because it's going to be, I'm going to start the presentation. I'll do the first half, and then Paul will do the second half of the presentation. So the country that we all know today as the DRC was discovered in 1482 by a Portuguese explorer named Diego Cao. And between the 14th and the 19th century, there was some progress in the Congo, and during that time, it was called the Kingdom of Congo. But later on down the line, the country happened to be conquered and colonized by the man on the left, that is King Leopold II. He was a king from Belgium who took over Congo and made Congo his own property. And during that time, he perpetrated all kinds of violence, crime, and killings. And as you can see on the picture on the right, those are just some of the pictures of the atrocities that happened during that time. The cutting of limbs, and you may want to ask yourself why this happened. And according to the research, the soldiers that served under King Leopold II, they were cutting off limbs to keep them as trophies, and also to offer them back to the king as war offering. And then there were rumors of those killings and atrocities were heard back in the Belgian government, because apparently King Leopold was doing things that were not entirely approved by his government. So he was removed from power, and Congo was now led by the Belgian government. But even then, the Congolese people were still not treated as human beings, and were still not treated as equal. And then came this man on the picture, one of the biggest names in the history of the Congo. His name was Patrice Emery Lumumba. He was the man that played a very big impact in the transformation of the Congo from the Belgian colony into the independent republic. And we gained our independence on June 30th, 1960. Next slide. And after independence, we've had 5 different presidents that have served in the Congo. Right after independence, we have Joseph Kasavubu, who served from 1960 to 1965, and he was forcefully removed from power. And the infamous Mobutu Sese Seko took over from 1965, and he served 32 years from 1965 to 1997, when he was forced out of power during a coup that was orchestrated by Laurent Désiré Kabila. And Mobutu ended up fleeing the country in 1997. He exiled in Morocco, where he died that very year. And the very next president was Laurent Désiré Kabila. He took power during a coup that he organized and sponsored, but he would only serve 3 years before he was assassinated by one of his guards in early 2001. And then soon after that, his son, Joseph Kabila, would take over, and he would serve for 18 years from 2001 to 2019. And our current president was just elected less than 4 years ago, and his name is Félix Tshisekedi, who also goes by the name Fachi Beton. And from a geographical point of view, the Congo is the second largest African country. And it is located at the very center of the African continent. And it is directly surrounded by 9 countries. On the south, we have Angola and Zambia. On the east, we have Uganda, we have Rwanda, Burundi, and Tanzania. On the north, we've got Central African Republic and South Sudan. And on the west, we have the Republic of the Congo, that is also known as Congo Brazzaville. Talking about languages and ethnic groups, So French is the official language of the Congo. And according to a 2018 report from the International Organization of French-Speaking Countries, only about 49 million Congolese would write and speak French. But there are approximately 242 languages spoken in the Congo, of which 4 are national languages. And those 4 are the following: Kikongo, Lingala, Chiluba, and Swahili. And as many as 250 ethnic groups have been identified and named, and the most numerous are the Congo, the Luba, and the Mongol. And in the Congo, we have our first names are pretty much first names that we got from the colonizers, but our last names are very specific to our ethnic groups. Like I'm gonna give an example. Odia. Odia, who is our vice president, his last name is specific to the Luba tribe. My own last name, Mukuna, is very specific to the Luba tribe, although I'm not Luba myself. And you have names like Kiyumbu. I believe that's from the Bandundu province, am I correct? Yeah. And you have somebody give me a Swahili name. Who?
Brothers and sisters, he's just giving us the history about Congo. So let's pay attention as he laid out what it is.
And at this time, I'm going to hand over the mic to my friend Paul so he can do the second half of the presentation. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Brother Martin. Let's give it up for Brother Martin one more time. Put your hands together for Brother Martin. So, I'm going to talk about natural resources. And this is what makes the Congo so beautiful. It makes the Congo so unique. Speaking of natural resources, the DRC, the Democratic Republic of Congo, is a country that God has blessed with many natural resources and wealth. But sadly, we are considered to be among the poorest country in the world. You might ask me why we are the most richest and also the most poorest. I'll give you the answer. This is why. Let's start why we're the richest. No, the Democratic Republic of Congo is a country that holds so many resources such as cobalt, diamonds, gold. Even our forest helps with the tropical, and now they are calling us to be one of the solution about climate change. And the Congo is playing the biggest part of it. Here on my right, you can see on top right, it's cobalt. You might ask, what is cobalt? Every one of us here has an iPhone. Am I right? We all have any smartphone. We have any smart devices such as Apple Watch. We have iPhone, laptop. I'm carrying a laptop. I'm carrying microphones. I'm carrying everything. All of this works because of our cobalt and the gold. We have my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, produce nearly 67% of the world cobalt. Just think how big it is. But sadly, its people does not benefit for these natural resources. And mostly is China, United States, France, all the big power that you know, they're the ones that benefit from these natural resources. Imagine if my country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, had the power, had the industry, people were great, people were strong, and then say no to all this stealing that's going around and to steal the natural resources like Congo. And if you have the big industry, guess what we could have done with all these resources? We could build Apple's devices, iPhones, everything. We can build everything that we desire to build. Because this side of the Congo is so rich. And when you talk about diamonds, you know, all the rappers that we listen to, all the rappers that you see, and then you wearing probably a diamond watch, you wearing probably diamond earrings. Most of them come from the Congo. And they don't take it just because they buy money. Sometimes they kill to have these natural resources. They kill to have all these diamonds, to put on an Apple Watch, to put on everything that you know, to put on a watch, to put in your teeth, to put in your gold chain, your diamond chains. It's because of the Congo that we have iPhones. It's because of the Congo that we have laptops, we have microphones, and you're going live, we have cameras. Just think about how big the Congo is. And now I want to talk about how we are the poorest in the world. And the reason why we are the poorest in the world is not because we decide to be the poorest. It's because of war. Like I mentioned before, war does not happen because we choose it to happen. Because all this big power, like I mentioned, China, United States, United Kingdom, all these powers, they're great countries. They create war in Africa. Specifically in Congo, you know, Eastern Congo, just as still. I have this picture right here. You see on my right, you see children, malnourished, digging up iPhones, digging up gold. Just think about it. And people that works in the gold mine, people that works in those mines that produces iPhone and cobalt, that's not adult. Basically, children that are being exploited is basically children that are being used and they don't get paid enough. They can get paid a quarter to work hard, a child labor. And those things happen in our country. And you are here in the United States enjoying life. Every time that an iPhone comes, a new iPhone comes, and you buy something. Every time that we have a new Apple Watch, a new MacBook, a new everything, and you go ahead, you're the first one in the line on the Apple store to get some. But I want you to see this picture right here with this kid digging up iPhones. And it is right, I'm not lying, because I made some research and I'm speaking facts. Those kids could have been your child. Those kids could have been one member of your family. The reason why we gather here is not just to celebrate, dance, and eat, but also to educate. That's why we want you, when you go home, and then you have something in your head that, okay, listen. I was invited to the Congolese youth ceremony, and then this is what I learned about the Congo. Actually, the phone that I have, most of the product come from the Congo. Imagine if Congo had the power to stop producing cobalt in the whole world. You couldn't have no iPhone. You want to be the first one in Apple store waiting for a new iPhone, I don't know, what is it, 14 now? 14. And also one of the reasons why the Congo is so poor is because of war. You might ask, why am I combining war and natural resources? Because war, our natural resources, our health, the wealth that God has blessed us with, became our curse. Nearly 80 million people died since the beginning of the World War. We have the most killing since World War I. Only the Congo. Why? Because we cannot give freely, or we cannot sell them our natural resources. That's why they cause war. And you see, if you see the picture here on the bottom left, it says Congo is bleeding, still bleeding. We are still bleeding. Us being here, rejoicing, being happy, waiting to eat, waiting to party. And we also have to think about the Congo. Children, family. If you see the picture up there on my top left, you see our family are fleeing their home because they cannot handle wars. We have so many Congolese that came here that live in our eastern country. Probably some of them flee war. Probably some of them have experienced some war. Of course, I did experience some war in 2006. We didn't have no passive election in the war. Luckily, I didn't flee my house. But these people suffered. These people suffered because of what God has blessed us with. They're the victim. They are the victim of our natural resources. All the blessings that God has given us, now it's our curse. Just think about it. I want to talk about animal kingdom. Oh, beautiful Congo. We are blessed with a lot of stuff, also animals. You know, the Congo holds nearly 10,000 of species that lives only on the forest, including the gorillas that now so-called we call silverback gorillas. They are animals that are extinct. Congo holds bonobos, a lot of species. If you ask what is a silverback, this one here is a silverback. We hold all this type of monkey that you see, all this type of like animals, special animals. And then one of the animals that only the Congo used to have, but nowadays you can see everywhere because they didn't take it, or they didn't ask us, but the Korean War is still the animals, it's still a copy. Right down there on the bottom left, it's still a copy. The copy is one of the symbols that represent the Congo. We have nearly 7,000 different species. And in 7,000 different species of fish in the water. So many fish that we don't know how to use them. We don't know how to go and fish. Why my country starved? Why the Congo is starving? It's because of this thing that people don't know, and the fishes that we cannot go and fish and feed the family. Mind you not that a family in the Congo lives by $1.25 daily. $1.25. That's your parking money. That's, I don't know, your tax money that you pay here when you go on Fashion Nova. When you go on Walmart, the tax you. So that 1 cent that you have to throw away, because it's a cent, that 1 quarter you have that you throw away. You convert it to the currency of my country, you might feed the whole family. You might feed someone. So us, young people, us, people that love the continent. I'm not gonna make this all about Congo. I'm speaking on behalf of every single country in Africa that goes through all these difficulties, the wars. Because we are brothers and sisters. If you stand up, the Congo is down, and everything else goes down. Even the Bible says, if your finger is hurting, the whole body will feel the pain. If Cameroon is down, everyone else falls. If Zambia is down, everyone else falls. That's why us, young people, Africans, we need to get up and stand up, hold hands, by force. If you don't let them divide us, because the reason why we are so poor, because they use division so they can dominate. But if we are united, we're going to have no empty seats right here. And you Congolese people, they know it. My Congolese fellows, if you're all united, you're going to have no empty seats. We're going to here celebrate Congo. Also learn about Congo. Because most of our young people nowadays, they don't want to learn about what's special, what's unique about our country. You think when you flee the country and your life is better. Let me tell you, it's not. As long as you don't remember where you came from, your life will not be better. You will still feel that guilt in your heart. Let me talk about education. Just to remind us that I am a graduate from Penn State University with a Bachelor of Information Science and Technology. I am privileged, I call it a privilege, and a grace from God that I came to the United States and I did my studies from middle school all the way up to college. And not one college, but Penn State, one of the biggest colleges. But if you look at my country, where I came from, top left, you see children. You see, that's a classroom. You know, they're sitting on the rock. They're sitting on the rock. That's a rock there. And that demolished house that you see, that's a classroom. And probably the teacher, she doesn't want to be there but she has to. Why? Because she's willing to give a hope, to give a future for these people, for these young children. I wouldn't be in their place. I will be there. But I'm graced to be here. But doesn't make me better. But I still remember that my people are suffering. I still remember that my people are willing to sacrifice everything so they can be somebody. Because the future of a nation, it's young people, it's you. If you don't help young people, if us young people don't help one another, there's no future. You will not create a future in the United States while your country is there crying. You will not create a future in the United States, start building houses, buying new cars, while your people are there suffering. The United States has its own problem, that's all. They don't care about you, they don't care about where you came from. A change happens when you decide to stand up. A change happens when you decide to actually take action. And when you take action, that's when the change comes. That's when we see a difference. Of course, we have UNICEF, we have UN that supports the education of my country by giving grants, by giving all this type of gift. Like you see, children are happy to have a book bag. Probably that's the first time having a book bag, carrying a book bag to school. Why? Probably they were used to carry a plastic bag with all the material inside. Now they're happy. Probably that's just me thinking, you know. Yes, assuming that they're happy because of that. That's why I ask young people, I want to give actually a shout out, a call to all of us. The youth, the Congolese youth, is launching a GoFundMe. And I want you guys to support that. Because this kids needs us. You hear you work. Only $10 a month. Only $10. That you decide to buy McDonald's, decide to buy Wendy's, or you go to Chick-fil-A. Actually, Chick-fil-A is very expensive. You cannot get nothing with Chick-fil-A with $10. I don't know, probably. But if you decide to give that to the GoFundMe to help this kid, you don't know what's going to benefit from that one. But this kid, really, why not create a GoFundMe for our Cameroonian friends, Zambian friends, help one another. The message of today is about love, supporting one another, be there for one another. The community that we are in diaspora, we must get together, communicate with one another. What do you do here for this to succeed? What do you do for this to go forward? That's what we have to do. Supporting one another since we're here as a diaspora. And help. Please, we're going to communicate the GoFundMe out. And then that GoFundMe will be benefit to build actually the school. Because our president has his foundation. He goes to all the villages in Congo. And then we're going to give him that money to create a school. It's only $10. Just think about it. If today you die and God asks you, what do you do during your entire life? But let be that $10 be what you have done in your life. You're going to be proud to say that my money helped to contribute and pay or build this school. My money helped to contribute and make this family happy. My money helped, the $10 helped for me to feed a child. So please, I'm calling upon all of us. Let's contribute. If not only for Congo, you see, if you have Cameroonians, Zambian, Ivory Coast, everyone that you know, ask them if they have something that they do to help the country. Give. We don't have to think, like, oh yeah, I'm not from Congo, I won't give. I'm not from Cameroon, I won't give. I'm not from Zambia, I won't give. It's because of that. No, we must. We must give because we need to stop those old mentality. We need to come together and lift up one another. So thank you for listening. That was a brief message. All we hope that you at least take something going out in your house and think about. And afterward, we're gonna party. We're gonna celebrate, but please make sure you have something in your heart, in your mind. And we hope that you learned something going out today. Thank you for listening. It was me, Nami Paul Lakese, and my brother Martin Mukuna. Thank you.
So brothers and sisters, these are the men talking about the Congo. And the presentation was so powerful indeed. As
Come on, y'all. That's all you can give it to them, man. Come on, give it down a big roll. Wow, that was a beautiful
going to party.
presentations,
And now,
ladies and gentlemen.
brothers and sisters,
That's why when we say Africa, we gotta stick together. We gotta stick together, especially to you youth, young. Learn the technology and we can transform those minerals to create jobs in Africa so nobody have to leave Africa for the better life or for better opportunity. I want to emphasize a little bit what my young brother here just said. Congo, he always played a big part in the world revolutions. Every time the world needed help, we need to change anything, Congolese people played a big help. We helped the world
brothers and sisters, these
for the technology of the rubber to create a tire for the bicycle back in the 1800s.
so sisters,
That's why they show you the King Leopold II, he was cutting people's hands
so brothers and sisters,
because they have to make a quarter
looks like
to get those rubbers so they can make tire.
yes.
When they came from the World War II to hand the world the bomb that they created
And this is how they look like.
to go
Brothers and sisters,
hand the Second World War.
in town, just making sure.
That mineral called uranium, it came from Congo.
Subscribe to my channel.
They want to kill people in Hiroshima, Nagasaki in Japan. And when the world was tired to have a big cell phone, back in the 1980, they said, how can we bring a smartphone, laptop, all that? They came to Congo.
My sister is from
That's why we have over 10 million people die for you to enjoy smartphone, laptop, iPhone, all that. So, ladies and gentlemen,
brothers and sisters, these
please remember, every time you use your smartphone, use everything, there's a lot of people on that phone. That was my message for tonight. You know what I mean? It's not gonna make us to feel down or anything. We just wanna bring awareness in the people's mind that Congolese people play a big part in the war. Is the world is ready to give back to the Congolese? That's the question mark. We're gonna bring or drum people again. Africa Road to Academy. We need you guys. Meanwhile, we're waiting for something good's gonna happen. So let them bring us again for more drumming, more good stuff before we move to the next. All right.
brothers and sisters, this is please don't forget. This is happening. We are the Congolese. See how they are doing it. Look at the kids. I like this because Republic. My sister, you want to say hi to the viewers, please, and introduce yourself. Just okay.
Hello, this is Evita Fabrice Paida. We are here in the Congolese party. Thank you guys.
My brother, can you say hi
Hello. Hi.
and introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Fabrice Paida. I'm from Central African Republic.
Central Republic. I'm from Zambia, but today we are not Zambians, but we are all Africans.
Yes.
You see, the beauty of coming together is that we can move a mountain to support one another. And I didn't understand your name. What did you say your name is?
Evita Paida.
Evita Paida. Is that French? Is that French?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll learn French. Thank you so much.
Do you speak Wolof?
No, we are colonized by the British, so I only speak English.
Okay.
The rest, they are just our local languages.
Yeah.
But today I just wanted to come out and support our African friends. Yeah. Amen. Thank you so much. My YouTube channel is Uncle Lenny. Uncle Lenny. Uncle Lenny. Don't forget to subscribe. This footage is all going to be on YouTube, so that we can send it to Central Republic to see how beautiful and how smart you're looking like my brother. Brothers and sisters, this is what is happening this evening.